So just over 6 months ago, I bought these budget Champkey grips from Amazon. I put them on and I've been using them ever since. So now I'm ready to do a full review of these grips for you to see if they're any good. So the specific grips we're talking about today are the Champkey MCS hybrid grips from Amazon. They are designed to mimic a very popular style of golf pride grips for a fraction of the cost. Now obviously, I don't expect them to be as good as the golf pride grips, but I wanted to know how good they are. They look great, but do they play great? Now it's generally recommended that you replace your golf grips about once a year or once every 40 rounds. Now I've been using these for over 120 rounds in a combination of simulator rounds and a few outdoor rounds as well. So I feel like I've really put them through the test, so I'm ready to show you what they look like after that and to give you my qualified feedback. Instead of just putting them on and just going by feel, I've actually used them for a long time, so I feel like I can give you an honest review of these grips. So now we're gonna go back 6 months to show you the unboxing of these grips, what comes in the package, my first impressions, and then we'll come back to now and I'll give you my full review. All right, so here's our Amazon box. And here are the grips. You'll notice that I also bought a second pack of the Finger 10 golf gloves. I did a review on these a few months ago and I actually liked them so much that I bought another pack. So got those in the shipment as well. And there are the golf grips. Just everything I need. So if we open them up, you get the grips here. We get the kit that has the tapes, the solvent, the holder for your vise, and then the little knife to tear away your old grips. Plus you get the step-by-step instructions, pretty easy to do. And the grips themselves look like this. Now I got the mid-size. I had mid-size grips before, and I went down to standard size grips to try them out. And I gotta say, like when I pulled these out, they didn't seem like mid-size to me. They seemed kind of maybe a little bigger than normal, but not mid-size. And I actually even double-checked to make sure they didn't send me the right ones. But on the end, it does say, I'm not sure, it does say here mid-size. You probably won't be able to see that on the camera, but it is stamped on there. So these are their mid-size grips. Now whether or not they're as big as the ones that I've had in the past or not, that remains to be seen. I like the texture of them, and they'll be interesting. Now my previous grips were also Champkey grips, and you can see here on the thumb, they're starting to wear out a little bit. Overall, the grip was fine, but I wasn't thrilled with it, so I was looking for something new. I like the look of these, and hopefully going to like the feel as well. There's supposed to be less taper in these, so the lower end is a little thicker than most grips apparently. Not sure if I can visually tell that. I guess maybe a little bit from visually. It still tapers a little bit, but maybe not as much. So it's hard to tell when you have it just in your hand how it's gonna feel. We'll give it a go and see what it turns out like. All right, so what have I found after using these grips for the full 6 months and 120 rounds? Overall, I like them. They're not cushy on the hand, so if you're really looking for a nice, comfortable, soft grip that's gonna feel good in your hands all the time, I don't think this is the grip for you. They are mid-size. My first impression when I took it out of the package was I wasn't sure if they're mid-size. They definitely are. They're definitely bigger than the ones I had on before, and I've had mid-size before, and yeah, they're comparable. So I would say it is an official mid-size. I think in some of the comments on Amazon, some of these are said, oh, it's not mid-size. I think it is. I think there's different mid-sizes out there, but I think it's definitely bigger than your normal grip. Vibrations are fine. It doesn't hurt my hands when I swing it at all, but it doesn't give you that nice, soft cushion grip. So for feel, I'm gonna go 5 out of 10. As far as price, I'm gonna go a 9 out of 10. Really hard to beat it. If you're gonna go with a premium brand, you're gonna pay a premium price. So this is much more economical. Even when those premium brands go on sale, this still beats it by a mile. And finally, one of the most important categories, durability, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I think they've held up really, really well. I don't feel like I'm at the point where I even need to think about replacing them yet. There's a little bit of wear on the handle as I'm going to show you now. There's my thumbprint there. You can see some discoloration here again where I'm pressing a little bit harder with my hands. I'm comparing this now on the bottom to my 4-iron, which I almost never hit, so it's essentially brand new. And you can see what the original grip looks like. Here we have some of the original black kind of markings, and it's been worn off to reveal the gray underneath. And it's a little bit more grippy still, but overall, it's not a huge difference between the two for 6 months of play, and like I said, over 120 rounds worth. So, and I'll show you the back as well. Really not that much of a difference. Again, a little bit of wearing down here compared to the brand new grip. But overall, that's pretty good for that many rounds of play. So my overall verdict, if you like to do these kind of things yourself and you're looking for value, I think this is a really good option. Again, would I like it to feel a little more comfy and cozy in my hands? Sure. But having said that, can't beat the value, can't beat the durability. So overall, I think they're a great grip to consider if that description meets you. Thanks so much for checking out the channel. Please consider giving it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content, and we will see you next time on Golf Quest.